Next we have Kevine, formerly known as Kevin earlier in the talk. And she's going to, she's a first year communication student. And she's going to share this.
Hi, my name is Kevine Niyogushima, and I had a really hard time choosing what story I wanted to tell because God has done so much amazing things for me. So, like earlier, I was talking to Ashley and was telling her, I don't know what story to tell, and I had two stories, but I ended up choosing to talk about the one about when my mom was sick. So it was 2020, when COVID, like during COVID, my mom just had a baby. It was Jessica, and after she had a baby, she got really, really sick. To where the first 6 months she was fine, and then after the 6 months when she went back to work, like the first week she was fine, and then she came back. I'm sorry, I think I'm gonna cry. She came back and she wasn't really feeling well. She was like, my hand hurts, like I can't move, like it was just a lot. And I remember it was like after like 2 months of her starting to say like her hand, she can't move her hand. Like it got to a point where like she couldn't drive and she couldn't move her hand like this because she thought like her hand was so heavy, and she was like just like it's a lot going on in my hand. And God, my mom's amazing. But like when me and my little siblings and my dad was like busy being mad at God, my mom kept on praying, and she was like, God always have our answers. Like even when we don't think like God has our answers, He really does. And I'm sorry. So after she got really sick for 3 months in, I started withdrawing from God. I'm like, why? Like you see how my family is going through, how we're struggling is doing COVID. Like we started like not really struggling with finance. We was fine, but like if we kept going like that, which was getting worse, we was gonna have to struggle with finance. And I'm just in high school, so I'm very young. I'm like, but like I could see it as an immigrant, like you always know like finance, you're not really at the best part of doing finance, because like sometimes you see your parents so like looking, or like if they need to save up for something, or if you ask for something, they like you can see them struggling to give you what you want. So I know like finance was gonna be a hard time for my family if we kept going to it. Like my mom was really sick. So I started to withdraw from God. I'm like, I don't want to know nothing about God. Like, I don't want to deal with Him. I just don't want anything to do with Him, because like, if He was real, why would He let all these bad things happen to my family, and all these things happen? Like, they're just happening and He's just watching. Like, I don't want to know Him. And 6 months in now, like, I used to pray every night, like every morning before I eat. Like I have stopped all that. I'm like, I don't care anymore. Like I'm done. I'm really done, because if He's watching, why is He not doing anything? And my mom's gone to the hospital. They say they can't figure out like anything that's wrong with my mom. But like I know my mom. Everybody knows my mom. They know she's hardworking, so I know she's not pretending. I can see that she can't drive. I can see she can't move her hand. I can see like whenever she want to feed the baby, it's hard for her to even pick up her own baby. So I'm like, why is God watching all this and letting all these things happen? And I remember it was like I randomly like she was like, can you help me pick up the baby? Like I can't pick it up, and I wanna feed Jessica. And I remember I couldn't handle it. Like she was asking me to pick her up. I was like, I'll try to pick her up, and then I call my sister to come there to get it. Like my sister to go to. I'm sorry, like to pick her up that way she can hold it for her while she's feeding her. And I remember going, like my room was upstairs. I climbed up there and I started crying. And one of my friends called me. Like, it was just a random, and she's like, can you pray with me? Like, I really need to pray. Like, and she just asked, "Can you pray with me?" And I'm like, I don't want to pray, but like it sounded like she was also crying. It sounded like she was going through something that I didn't know about. So I was like, if it's like for my friend and I need to support her, like let me just listen. And then she started praying. It was like a beautiful prayer. She started praying, and all the things that she's praying about, it feels like she's talking about me. Like she's praying, you know, she's not praying for me, but like everything that she's saying, I feel like it's just she's talking about me. So after that call, I remember it was like that's where I saw the encounter. After that call, I remember my mom, like she was like, okay, I can't keep doing this. Like we need to have a family meeting. Like she could see like everybody's withdrawing, nobody's doing it. Like things that we usually do. She's like, we need to talk. We all need to put on the table what we're feeling. And we did, and we started talking about it. And I was like, I don't know whether God is real. And one thing about like my mom and dad is like, they're gonna point out all the things that God has done for my family, and to a point where we are, they started doing that. That's when I was like, okay, I guess I can go in slowly and start praying little by little. So I was like, at first it was like once a week. And then I started praying little by little, like, and then like sometimes I remember like I could go and I don't know what to say, like I'm in front of God, but like it's not like my relationship with Him. I feel like I have rejoiced so much, like I don't even know how to talk to Him anymore. I feel like I don't have any connection with Him. But trust, He's always there. He's always somewhere. And sometimes I would be like, I want to pray, but I don't know what to pray. And my mom used to say, like, just put in a song, because I would talk to her about it. She's like, just put in a song, and if you need to cry, like, go somewhere alone and just listen. Like, you don't even need to pray, just, like, listen. He will give you something. And there is this song, like, that, it just got popular now. It keeps saying, I will pray, I will pray. I will pray, oh, I will pray. If I don't, Satan will do something for me. I don't remember the rest. But like, that was like the song that really like it got me. I'm like, okay, God has done so much things for me. Just because like we're going through one thing doesn't mean like I should like give up. Maybe God is testing me, or He's testing my family to see how strong we are. And if God is gonna give you something, He knows that you can like handle it. That's when like it started hitting him like, okay, God knows what He's doing. I started trusting Him, and a year goes by, my mom is too sick. But after a year, like a few months, she's still feeling better. She was like, she got into this like app, it's called Kanguka. And it's like there's just a bunch of different people praying in the same group. It's like so she started praying with her, and she's like, I'm feeling like a whole lot better, like I'm feeling better. And with my financial, like nothing happened, like there was always something to help, like there was always something, like we never went through like financial like hard times, like we did, but like not to a point where, because I thought like we might even get kicked out, but like we didn't, like was always paying bills on time, everything was fine. So I was like, okay, God knew what He was doing. And so that was the story that I ended up picking up. My mom now, she's fine, she works now. At the beginning of the year, she started going to work at GE. I remember I said that, like saying my mom work at GE, and then she was like, I can't handle, like my hand cannot handle it any longer, cannot handle picking up big things, and she stopped going there. So, and then she just like, I'm gonna keep praying until God give me the job that I can handle. She works in Jesse Press now. She do housekeeping, I think that's the name of it. Where you clean? Yeah, housekeeping. That's what she do, and she says she's loving it. She says she really loves it because like there is nobody like down her neck saying like you haven't done this, like you are not doing this right, and she loves cleaning. so it worked out for her. But like that was the study that I ended up choosing, and that's how like God like is always in my heart and always there, just like Yeah. Yeah, so that was the story. So just always remember that God is there. You might not like at that point see like he's working, but he's always working somewhere. Like he's always in the line somewhere. Even though sometimes like I question him, I know he's there. Yeah, something like that.
Thank you, Kevine.